Hi there. My name is Julia, and I call myself creator. I kind of always like to create different projects, mainly in software, launch them, see how the people use them. But I never learned how to code, so I never knew how to code. I was always hiring the developers or work with the developers in the team. And this kind of was always my blocker. And today I want to share with you the story how I start coding myself after the ChatGPT was released in previous December, November 2022. Yeah. So in 4 months after that, I decided, okay, that's my time. I will try to build the real project with the code. Um, yeah, let's hope that will be interesting and useful and inspiring for anyone else who is listening to this video. So I started approximately in a previous April. I got the idea, okay, I will try to code again. Let's see what will happen. And I was also thinking, okay, what should I code? What should I code? I decided I will do the tool for the LinkedIn, because nobody literally like writing for the LinkedIn and building for the LinkedIn. And I was at the moment just start writing on LinkedIn in January, and then 3 months decide, okay, I'm gonna build something. Let's do it for the LinkedIn. And the micro tool which I built, which is LinkedIn post generator, got super viral after I posted it. So it got over 200 impressions. The post get a lot of feedback, a lot of different things, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna write also the article about how I built that without any experience of being the developer or anything. I post this one on DevTools, so you can find that. I will attach the link. And basically, it was like mainly I used two main things. It's like open source and ChatGPT. So that was that was my main helpers. And I kind of explain here in 6 steps how I do that. And I think the main thing was their first setup. So the main challenge was the first setup. And here I asked my friend to help me to set up and get the recommendation also what language should I use, what so they recommend me, okay, use the Next.js, and that will be the easiest to start. And also tell to me, okay, there's like the open source projects which you can use. So the setup of the environment was kind of the hardest, and I kind of recommend, if you have anyone, if you want to start coding, you have anyone, or even can ask me to help with the setup, which I'm maybe not perfectly, but already have some idea about. So this would really help you if you can set up. Someone can help to set up. So then I used two open source projects to begin. And I open source also my LinkedIn post generator, so anyone can go on the GitHub and check. You see that's the stars, there's the forks, so you can basically use it as a project to start for yourself. And here I'll write a bit about the environment, but of course I will tell more about the project. So I basically take two open source projects and merge them together. And because the idea was to create the LinkedIn post generator, which come also because I saw this Twitter bio generator. Yeah, it's like I will open it. So it's this open source project you can also use, help to generate Twitter bio. Yes, and in different styles and vibes. And build a LinkedIn post generator. Here it is. You can find it on postgenerator.app. I also added different formats for the tags so that it can give different results. And I think while it get so much interest on LinkedIn, not only because I built something myself first, but because it's kind of was something which really worked well as an AI at the moment. And now there's probably much more projects, yes, like with AI, which work for LinkedIn, but at the moment, I think it was not so many. And yeah, so took this one, and also I wanted the ranking. So there were like a lot of talks about the LinkedIn algorithm, same as Twitter. Twitter released a public algorithm, and I took this project for ranking, and I implement this also in the LinkedIn tool. Rank by just like listening how what people say, how the posts rank. But still, so that's why I kind of merged two of them. So there's this part and the generation part, yes, kind of AI wrapper part. So I'm describing that here. And then like I took these two projects, I download them. I decided that I'm gonna put everything from one to one, yeah, kind of add the code from one to another. But then I had no idea what the code is doing, yeah. And I was thinking how I can figure out what the code is doing. And of course, like I used a lot of ChatGPT, so I was like copying the pages from there to ChatGPT. That's what I was doing all the time. So just to have an idea what I was doing. This is the LinkedIn project now. It's like a little bit to have more stuff in that. But basically, when it was the beginning, I just took like the page, yeah, of the code which was in there, and I basically just copied the whole page, and then I copied directly into the ChatGPT and asked, okay, tell me what this page is doing. And I still had no idea how like kind of back end and front end works together, yeah. And I was just okay, so you see that the ChatGPT is like explaining you, depends on how you say, yeah. And I literally didn't understand. Okay, there's like some imports, there is like some const, yeah, there's like then functions going, and only after that there is the kind of the front end which is coming after return, and the meta also coming inside. So this takes a while to understand. Then like the this part, then I understand that there is also like in AP there is like the pages which literally perform everything on the back, yeah, which I need also to have. So now I understand that every time when you have some front page with some basic functions, if something should be done on the back, it's also need to be connected. And maybe explain it. It's like probably if the developers watching that, they hated me already. Yeah, and I didn't have any database at the moment, so it was just like generator, which basically just generating anything but not saving anything. Yeah, so the people could copy it like that, like that. So I have it translations, but cannot save any data. And already after I did the database, when I build already the more advanced post generator version postly, yeah, so the GPT was kind of essential for every step I did. I could not build without it. And in my article here, I also show kind of what the code was taken for LinkedIn post generator, two different functions I added. So from the open source projects which I showed, and then also for interface of the algorithm. Then I'm showing this big part of the how you connect the AI. So there's like you use the prompt, how you add in the prompt, and then you also need to have the connection. But if you take my open source project or any other open source project, you basically would need just to change the variable. And if you want to adapt your LinkedIn post generator, you can just use the existing, then just change the prompt, change, I don't know, the filters or something like that, and then put your own AI, open AI variable in there. So then it's easy, yeah. And then the push the project, I think this was the last step, and this was kind of complicated because I have no idea also how you push the project. Yeah, like what is like, okay, I have this Visual Studio Code, I'm in it, what I'm doing now. Yeah, so I have this Visual Studio in my computer, it's not connected to anything. Yeah, how should I push it? I learned some commands, which was such a pain, and I kind of constantly I created the list of these commands for myself, and the Notion where I was always looking what the commands mean. I'm still doing it with some commands, but yeah. So this was the hard part. Currently, I'm using this. So this GitHub extension, which is like where all the projects are, and where it's kind of so much easier to instantly push. And basically, I'm pushing on GitHub, and then I'm connecting the Vercel, and in Vercel you add. So this Vercel, you create the account here. It's connected with your GitHubs. And then it's kind of get pushed on the Vercel, instantly making it live if you don't have any errors in there. Yeah, so I think it's kind of most of that. I really hope that this video was kind of useful, and I tried to explain all my process, what happened in my head, what was the main challenges in building my first project, coding my first project. And if you are interested to code your first project, yeah, just let me know. I'm kind of always open to help and support you if you're interested in LinkedIn. Now I'm building different projects, again, using a lot of ChatGPT, using a lot of open source. As my main goal is to kind of push this idea as fast as possible there. So it's my approach, which helped me a lot, and make me much more happy and fulfilled with what I'm doing. And it's become my everyday lifestyle of building the cool projects, launch them, and see how the users love them. Hopefully, not all of them, of course.